You know that feeling, right? That little jolt of anxiety when you're about to check your bank account? We're always doing that mental math. Can I afford this coffee? If I buy groceries now, is it going to be ramen for the rest of the week? Well, what if I told you there's a specific number, a key milestone, that can totally change that feeling for good? Let's get into why it's such a big deal.
So what is that number? We hear all this chatter about needing 6 figures, or that you're not really wealthy until you're a millionaire. But honestly, the real turning point, that first major goal that completely flips your relationship with money on its head, it's a lot smaller than you think.
For most of us, this idea of $1 million just feels massive. It feels so far away that it's kind of paralyzing, you know? It can keep you from even getting started. But the real secret isn't aiming for that final giant number. It's about crossing the first major threshold, the one that really separates the people who build wealth from those who stay stuck.
And that number is $20,000. Now look, that might still sound like a lot, and it is a serious goal. But it's the game-changing figure. Hitting this number is what separates those who are truly on the path to building wealth from those who might just live paycheck to paycheck forever. So the big question is, why? What's so special about 20 grand?
I want you to think about it like this. Saving your first real chunk of money is like trying to push a giant boulder up a steep hill. That initial push, it's the absolute hardest part. You're straining, you're sweating, and it feels like you're barely moving an inch. That brutal uphill battle, that's your journey to the first $20,000. It takes serious focus and sacrifice. But hitting that number, that's like getting the boulder to the very top of the hill. And suddenly, everything changes. The boulder starts to roll on its own. You've built momentum, and now gravity, or in this case your money, is starting to work for you, not against you.
But you know, the biggest change here isn't even about the math. It's psychological. The real magic, the thing that changes everything, happens inside your brain. It's this fundamental shift from a mindset of just surviving to a mindset of actual growth. Think about it. When you have little to no savings, you're in survival mode. Every single decision is reactive. It's based on fear. You take that crummy job, you stay in a toxic situation because you feel like you have no other choice. Your brain is just full. It's consumed with getting by. But once you have that $20,000 cushion, you switch over into growth mode. You can be proactive, you can make strategic choices, you start to see opportunities that you were literally blind to before.
And this isn't just a feeling. There's real data to back this up. Research from Vanguard is pretty amazing. It shows that having just $2,000 in savings boosts your sense of financial well-being by a massive 21%. Then, when you get to that 3 to 6 months of expenses range, which for a lot of people is right around that $20,000 mark, you get another 13% boost. You've basically bought yourself enough breathing room for your brain to stop panicking and start planning.
So once your brain is finally on board and out of panic mode, the math really starts to take over. This is where that boulder truly starts rolling downhill, picking up speed all on its own thanks to the beautiful power of compound interest, which, simply put, is just your money making its own money.
Let's look at a quick example. Say you're saving $1,000 a month. Getting to that first $20,000 takes about 19 months. That is a long, hard grind. But your second $20,000, that only takes 17 months because your original money is now helping out. Now let's fast forward. When you have $400,000 saved up, that next $20,000 can happen in just 5 months, mostly from your investments growing all by themselves. The acceleration is just incredible.
And here's what's so great about this. It's not happening because you suddenly have access to some secret, complicated investments. Nope. You can use the exact same simple strategies, like index funds. The only thing that's changed is the scale. A 10% return on 2 grand is nice, sure. But a 10% return on 20 grand? That's real money that makes a real difference.
Okay, so this financial foundation gives you psychological freedom and mathematical momentum. But what does it actually buy you in the real world? It buys you options. It buys you power over your own life.
And maybe the most important thing it buys you is something called walking away money. This is the freedom, the absolute power to leave a terrible job, a bad boss, or a toxic work environment, knowing you'll be okay for months while you figure out what's next. You are no longer trapped.
This walking away money is like a career superpower. All of a sudden, you can negotiate for a raise from a position of strength, not desperation. You can push back on unreasonable demands. You can explore new opportunities without being terrified. Just having that safety net makes you more confident, more assertive, and ironically, that often leads to better projects, more respect, and yeah, more money. It's a fantastic positive feedback loop.
It also completely rewires how you look at big purchases. Instead of asking, can I afford the monthly payment on a new car, you start asking a much smarter question. What is the opportunity cost? You start to realize that a $30,000 car isn't just costing you $30,000 today. It's costing you the $200,000 that money could have grown into over the next 20 years. Driving a perfectly good used car suddenly feels like a brilliant strategic move to fund your future freedom.
But you know, when all is said and done, the most valuable thing you get isn't the money itself. It's the change in your identity. By saving that first $20,000, you've proved to the most important person, yourself, that you can delay gratification. You've proven that you can control your money instead of letting it control you. And that is a skill that will pay you back for the rest of your life.
But I have to give you a critical warning. So many people hit this milestone, and what do? They immediately reward themselves. A big vacation, a down payment on something they can't really afford. Please don't do this. That $20,000 is not a prize to be spent. It is the foundation of your entire financial house. It's the seed that you need to plant and let grow.
Hitting this milestone fundamentally changes how you see money, how you see work, and how you see opportunity. It is the difference between simply surviving and actively designing the life you want. So you now know the first and most important step on the path to building real wealth. The only question left is, what's holding you back?